trying to get somebody to understand that. You see how smooth that was? He didn't have to go. He didn't have to go. You know, he did it in one motion. I'm trying to talk to somebody here and tell you it'll be one motion, one motion, one motion. God will turn that situation for you in just one motion. You're trying to figure out how can it happen. God says, you know, that's why I need to get that thing down in your spirit and understand that God will do it for you in just one motion, just one motion. Tell somebody one motion. It may have taken a whole lot of steps for me to get behind, but it's going to take one motion for me to get right back up again. Watch this. And they start going back there and they get their stuff. I've come to talk to somebody in here and tell you that God's been talking to circumstances. He's been talking to situations. He's been talking to your future. And he's been telling your future, line up, line up, line up, line up. And all your future is doing is waiting for you to get there. Because he made a sound happen. That when the sound happened, everything changed. So I want to tell somebody in here, just in case it hasn't happened yet, maybe the problem is you've been too quiet. Maybe you need to make a sound to change the atmosphere over in the enemy's camp. You've been sitting around whimpering. You've been sitting around crying and complaining, but you need to open up your mouth and start making a sound and start letting everything around you know that my condition is about to change. And by the time they got over to the enemy's camp, watch this, what they were expecting did not happen. By the time they got to the enemy's camp, what they thought was going to be there, they had more. And by the time they got to the enemy's camp, who they thought was going to kill them wasn't even there anymore. I've come to tell somebody in here that if you just turn around and start going to where God is giving you direction, what you thought was going to be there ain't going to be there. Or what you thought was going to happen ain't going to happen. And what you thought was going to kill you ain't going to be able to kill you. All you got to do is make some sound. That's right, you got to make a joyful noise.